Stop. Listen. Ask yourself one hard question. Are you winning in life or losing slowly without even noticing? Some people rise from nothing, build success, speak English fluently, live with power. Others stay stuck, making excuses, repeating mistakes, watching life pass by. What's the difference? Is it luck? Is it talent? No, it's rules. Brutal rules. Clear rules. Rules that winners live by and losers ignore. Today, you will learn 12 brutal rules for success. Not soft advice, not fake motivation, real truth, real action. These rules have changed lives in business, in learning English, in building self-respect. And if you follow them, they can change yours too. This is not just a motivational video. This is your training ground. This is English Starline, where you don't just learn English, you learn how to grow, succeed, and transform. While you listen, you will also improve your English fluency. You will build your vocabulary, sentence structure, and real comprehension. This is English listening practice and personal growth, all in one. So if you're serious about your future, if you're ready to stop being average, if you're tired of saying someday, then listen carefully, because rule number 12 might be the one that finally sets you free. Let's begin. Winners versus losers. 12. Brutal rules. This is your wake-up call. Rule 1. Winners set. Brutal goals, losers drift. Winners don't wake up and see how the day goes. They wake up with direction, with fire, with a mission. Losers, they drift, they scroll, they wait, they hope something will change without doing anything. Here's the truth. If you don't set a clear goal, you're already losing. Imagine a ship in the ocean without a map. It doesn't matter how strong the ship is. It will get lost. Your life is the same. Without a goal, you go nowhere. Winners set brutal, honest goals. They don't say, I want to speak better English. They say, I will practice English for 30 minutes every day at 7 p.m., no matter what. See the difference? One is a wish. The other is a decision. And goals only work if they hurt a little. If they stretch you. If they demand more than your comfort zone. Here's how to apply this. Right now, stop and write one clear, specific goal. Not next week, not tomorrow, now. Use the SMART method. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Example. I will learn 100 new English sentences in 30 days and record myself saying them daily. That's powerful. That's real. That's a winner's mindset. So ask yourself, what is your goal? And if you don't have one, are you really trying to win? Because remember this, a loser waits, a winner plans. Be the one who moves with purpose, not the one who drifts in circles. Rule 2, winners take daily action. Losers wait for perfect moments. Losers say, I'll start tomorrow. Winners say, I'll start now, even if it's small. This is the second brutal truth. Dreams don't come true because you think about them. They come true because you act every single day. Losers wait for motivation, for the right mood, for the perfect plan. But perfect never comes. Life is messy, life is busy, life doesn't wait. Winners know this, so they take action. Tired or not, scared or not, ready or not. Do you want to speak English fluently? Then don't just watch videos. Don't just take notes. Speak. Even if it's just one sentence today. Speak. Winners build momentum. They do one push-up, then 5, then 20. They start with one sentence, then one conversation, then full confidence. Daily action turns fear into power. Daily action builds habits, and habits build your future. How to apply this today? Don't wait to feel ready. Start with 5 minutes. Set a timer. Write 1 paragraph in English. Read 1 page. Record your voice saying 3 new sentences. Do it today, and do it again tomorrow. Remember, 1 day of action is better than 1 year of waiting. Don't be the person who always plans, but never moves. Be the person who takes 1 step and keeps walking. Because winners act, losers delay, and your future will be decided by what you do, not what you plan. Rule 3. Winners never stop learning. Losers think they know enough. The moment you stop learning, you start losing. Winners know that growth is a lifelong process. Losers think learning ends after school. Look at the most successful people in the world. They read, they ask questions, they learn from failure. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science by reading. Why? Because knowledge is power, and the mind is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it gets weak. Losers say, I already know that. Winners say, what can I learn from this? If you want to speak better English, you must become a learner for life. Not just for a test, not just for a job, for your future, for your power. Here's how to do it. Read 5 pages a day. Watch English videos with subtitles. Write down new words. Use them in real sentences. Listen to a podcast for 10 minutes. Repeat what you hear. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? Even 1 small thing per day becomes 365 lessons per year. Winners learn from mistakes. Losers hide from them. Winners ask for feedback. Losers take it personally. Winners grow. Losers stay the same. So ask yourself, did I learn something today? And if not, why not? This is not just about English. This is about who you become. Because winners keep growing, and that's why they keep winning. Rule 4. Winners believe in themselves. Losers doubt everything. Before anyone believes in you, you must believe in yourself. Winners know this. Losers forget it. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about saying, I don't know everything, but I know I can learn. Losers say, I can't. Winners say, I will. Confidence is a decision, not a feeling. You don't need to wait until you speak perfect English to feel confident. Start now. Speak with mistakes. Make grammar errors. Forget the word, pause, smile, and keep going. That's how confidence grows. Losers let fear control them. What if I sound stupid? What if they laugh? What if I fail? Winners ask a better question. What if I succeed? Because the world sees you how you see yourself. If you walk like a winner, you'll feel like one. And one day, you'll become one. Believe before you succeed. That's what winners do. Losers wait for proof. Winners create it. Rule 5. Winners embrace pain. Losers escape discomfort. Success is not comfortable. Growth is not easy. And winners know this. That's why they run toward the pain, not away from it. Losers avoid anything that feels hard. They say, it's too difficult. I'm tired. I'll do it later. They choose comfort, and comfort kills dreams. Winners understand this simple truth. Pain is part of progress. Discomfort is the gym where your future is built. Think about going to the gym. The first time hurts. Your muscles scream. Your body wants to quit. But each time you go back, the pain becomes strength. Learning English is no different. At first, it's hard to speak, hard to understand fast conversations, hard to pronounce new words. But the more you face that pain, the faster you grow. Losers quit when it gets hard. Winners push through the hard part because they know that's where the real change happens. Here's how to apply this. Do one thing every day that makes you uncomfortable. Speak English with a stranger. Record your voice and listen back. Join a conversation group even if you feel nervous. Say yes to practice even when you want to rest. Remember, comfort feels good now, but it steals your future. Pain feels hard now, but it builds the life you want. So don't run from the struggle. Run toward it. Because every time you choose pain over comfort, you become stronger, sharper, more powerful. That's what winners do. They don't escape the fire. They walk through it and come out better. Rule 6. Winners are consistent, losers are emotional. Consistency is not exciting. It's not flashy, but it's what builds champions. Losers only work when they feel motivated, when they're in the mood, when everything feels easy. Winners? They show up every single day, no matter how they feel. Motivation is a feeling. Consistency is a decision. You don't need to feel inspired to make progress. You just need to do the work, again and again. Think about Cristiano Ronaldo. He trains when others sleep. He practices every single day, even when he's tired, even when he's already the best. Why? Because he's consistent. And that's why he wins. Learning English is the same. You won't feel excited every day. Some days you'll be tired. Some days you'll want to skip practice. But the winners? They study anyway. They listen to English every morning. They speak 5 sentences before bed. Even if it's late, they keep going. That's the secret. Not talent, not luck, just showing up again and again. Here's your action. Pick one simple habit. Maybe it's writing 1 paragraph each day. Maybe it's reading 5 English sentences. Maybe it's shadowing 1 short video, and do it. Every single day. Not when you feel like it, but especially when you don't, because that's when it matters most. Winners don't let feelings decide their future. They let discipline lead the way. Consistency builds confidence. Consistency builds fluency. Consistency builds your life. So don't wait to feel ready. Be ready by being consistent. Rule 7. Winners build systems. Losers rely on motivation. Losers wait for motivation. Winners build systems that work, even when they don't feel like working. Here's a hard truth. Motivation fades. Systems don't. You might feel excited today. You watch an English video, feel inspired, say, "I'll practice every day." But then tomorrow comes. You're tired, busy, distracted, and suddenly the motivation is gone. That's why winners don't trust motivation. They create systems that make success automatic. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't wait to feel motivated. You just do it. Every morning, every night. It's a habit, a system. Now apply the same logic to your English. Set up your environment for success. Example. Keep a notebook next to your bed. Write 5 new sentences every morning. Set a phone reminder to shadow 1 English video every evening. Create a playlist of short English podcasts for your daily walk. Join a weekly speaking club and treat it like an appointment. Make it part of your routine, not a random activity. A system means it happens automatically. No emotion, no excuses. Losers say, "I'll practice when I have time." Winners say, "I made time because I planned for it." Your system doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be simple and consistent. Motivation is like a spark. It lights the fire. But systems? They keep it burning, day after day. So don't just get inspired, get organized. Winners win because they have systems. Losers lose because they have wishes. Rule 8. Winners take full responsibility. Losers blame everyone. Losers always have someone to blame. My teacher was bad. My job takes all my time. No one helps me. They point fingers in every direction. except at themselves. Winners, they own everything, their mistakes, their choices, their results. Because here's the truth. You cannot change what you don't take responsibility for. When you blame, you give away your power. When you take ownership, you take control of your life. Think about Oprah Winfrey. She was born in poverty, faced abuse, discrimination, no support, no easy start. But she didn't blame the world. She built her own. Losers say, "It's not my fault." Winners say, "It's my responsibility." And that changes everything. If your English is not improving, don't say, "The course was boring." Say, "I didn't practice enough." If your life feels stuck, don't say, "No one supports me." Say, "I will support myself." This shift makes you powerful, not because life becomes easier, but because you become stronger. Here's your action. Write down 3 things you're not happy about. Then, for each one, write this sentence. I take full responsibility, and I will take action. Start small, start now, but start from ownership, not excuses, because the day you stop blaming is the day you start building. Winners don't wait for someone to save them. They save themselves. And that mindset? It's the first step to real success. Rule 9. Winners learn from failure. Losers hide from it. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning of growth. Winners know this. Losers fear it. Losers avoid trying new things because they're scared to fail. They think failure means they're not good enough, so they stay silent, they stay stuck, and they stay behind. Winners fail more than anyone, but they learn faster than everyone. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed over 10,000 times before creating a working light bulb. When asked how it felt to fail so many times, he said, "I didn't fail. I found 10,000 ways that didn't work." That's the mindset of a winner. If you try to speak English and make mistakes, that's not failure, that's progress. Every mistake shows you what to fix. Every error teaches you something new. Losers say, "I can't speak because I might say it wrong." Winners say, "I'll speak and learn how to say it right." Here's how to grow from failure. After every mistake, ask, "What did I learn?" Write down one small action to improve it. Try again, smarter, not scared. Record yourself speaking. Listen. Spot the mistake. Fix it. Repeat. Don't run from failure. Run toward it. It's your best teacher. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. Winners fall down, but they fall forward. Losers never fall, because they never try. So fail proudly. Fail loudly, but always. Fail forward. Rule 10. Winners say no. Often, losers say yes to everything. Winners protect their time like it's gold. Losers give it away like it's free. Here's the brutal truth. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you are saying no to your future. Losers say yes to distractions. Yes to hours of scrolling. Yes to useless conversations. Yes to other people's drama. Winners say no, not because they're rude, but because they are focused. You can't learn English if you're always busy with things that don't help you. You can't grow if you never have time to focus. You can't succeed if you're afraid to disappoint others. Saying no is not selfish, it's self-respect. Think of your dream like a plant. It needs time, energy, attention. If you keep watering other people's plants, yours will die. Winners know what matters. They say yes to what helps and no to what hurts. Here's your action. Look at your day. What are you saying yes to? Is it helping you speak better English? Is it moving you closer to your goal? If not, it's time to say no. Say no to late nights that ruin your mornings. Say no to habits that waste your energy. Say no to people who pull you away from your purpose. And say yes to yourself. Yes to growth. Yes to focus. Yes to your future. Because every no to distraction is a powerful yes to your dream. That's what winners do. Rule 11. Winners practice. English with intensity. Losers just watch videos. Losers say, I watch English videos every day. But they don't speak. They don't repeat. They don't push themselves. Watching is passive. Practicing is active. Winners know the difference. You don't get fluent by sitting back. You get fluent by leaning forward. Winners speak English out loud, even when it feels awkward. They shadow native speakers, copy their tone, their speed, their emotion. They write sentences, record their voice, correct their mistakes. They don't just consume, they create. Losers watch for hours but never open their mouth. They say, I understand, but I can't speak. Of course, because they never train their tongue. Fluency is a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. Here's how to practice like a winner. 1. Take one sentence from a video. Repeat it 10 times out loud. 2. Shadow short clips. Match the speaker's speed and emotion. 3. Record yourself. Listen. Fix. Repeat. 4. Talk to yourself in English for 5 minutes every day. In the shower, while cooking, on a walk. 5. Use English in real conversations even if it scares you. Do it with energy, with effort, with focus. Winners don't wait to feel confident. They practice until confidence appears. So ask yourself, are you just watching English or are you working with it? Because winners train like it's a mission. Losers treat it like a hobby. Fluency belongs to the ones who sweat for it. Practice like your future depends on it, because it does. Rule 12. Winners keep showing up, losers keep giving up. This is the final rule, and maybe the most important one. Because the truth is simple. Winners are not the smartest. They're not always the fastest. But they are the ones who refuse to quit. Losers give up when it gets boring, when it gets hard, when results don't come fast enough. Winners? They show up. Again and again. Even when they're tired. Even when they're discouraged. Even when no one is clapping for them. They keep going. Look at anyone who became fluent in English. It didn't happen overnight. It happened because they practiced day after day, even when no one saw them, even when they felt like they were failing, even when progress was slow. Losers say, it's not working. Winners say, I'll keep going until it works. And that's the difference. Not talent, not luck, just the decision to keep showing up. Here's how you apply this. Commit to your practice no matter what. Even on the bad days, even when you miss one, you get back up. You keep showing up. Say this out loud. I don't quit, I grow. I don't give up, I show up. That's the mindset that builds fluency. That's the attitude that changes your life. Because success doesn't belong to those who start. It belongs to those who stay. So no matter where you are today, promise yourself one thing. You will keep showing up. That's what winners do. And now, so will you. Conclusion. Life or regret. Now you know the 12 brutal rules. 12 truths that separate winners from losers. 12 lessons that could change everything if you lived them. But here's the final choice. You can close this video and forget, or you can rise, decide, and become the person you were meant to be. Because life is short, and time doesn't wait. Every day you delay is a day you can never get back. Winners take these rules and use them. Losers hear them and do nothing. You already know who you want to be. You want to be fluent in English. You want to live with power. You want to feel proud when you speak, walk, and act. Then stop waiting. Start moving. Review these rules again. Pick one. Apply it today. Not next week, not when you feel ready. Say no to distractions. Say yes to action. Build your system. Speak out loud. Face your fear. Stay consistent. Because the biggest regret in life is not failure. It's never trying. It's looking back one day and saying, I could have done more. I could have become more. Don't let that be your story. Let this be the beginning. Let today be the turning point. Start speaking, start building, start becoming. And remember, you are not alone. We are here to grow together. This is English Starline, where you don't just learn English. You learn how to live. You learn how to win. You learn how to change your life. So choose wisely. Life or regret, the next step is yours.
Thanks for watching English Starline. Subscribe now to keep learning English through the amazing stories of famous lives.